About it's called the Musadon. It can trace its development back to a Russian submarine missile from some time back. The Iranians also have a version of it called the Shahab. As you can see, it's very simple, no fins, there's no guidance system on it, and yet it's effective. And this is one of the reasons why. When you see it in parades in North Korea, time and again you see it this way on the back of a truck. It is a highly mobile missile system. Once it is fueled up, it can be moved around fairly quickly and set up and fired within a matter of minutes from any location. That's one of the things that makes it dangerous. Plus, it can pack quite a wallop. Let's look at the range of this thing. Carrying a 2.5-ton payload, which could be a warhead of just that size. If you have two stages on it, which makes it a little bit more unreliable, it can travel out 2,500 miles. Does that mean it can reach California? No. Can it reach Alaska? Maybe a tiny part of the Aleutian chain. Can it reach Hawaii? No. But it certainly can reach South Korea. It could certainly reach Japan. And, of course, it could reach all the way down here to Guam if the shot went well. And Guam really matters. More than 5,000 service members there, along with the local population, and an important bomber base for the U.S. military. Jake?
Tom Foreman, thank you so much. And joining me now is the governor of Guam, Republican Eddie Calvo. Governor, thank you for joining me. The North Korean government has consistently threatened your territory. How seriously are these threats taken at this point?
Yeah, buenas and day. Good morning from Guam. And good evening to you folks here, Jake. Now, obviously, we have gotten assurances from the Defense Department and Homeland Security in regards to the safety measures. But there is concern from this administration as well as the people of Guam. If you were to take a look at a map, Korea, the Korean Peninsula, is about 3 hours flying time from Guam. It's about halfway the distance it is from Guam to Hawaii. So we are abutting the Asian landmass. So obviously when you have a authoritarian dictator like Mr. Kim and some of the bellicose statements that he's been making and the activities of his government and their military, it causes a lot of concern in this American community here in Guam and the Marianas.
So, Governor Calvo, you have been told, I'm sure, that U.S. missile defense systems, the ones that are in place right now, will protect Guam. Are you confident that they will protect you 100% from any threat?
There is a defensive umbrella that has been set up from the Korean Peninsula all the way to the Western Pacific. And, of course, you've heard recently about the THAAD system that will be deployed to Guam. But the concern we have is all you need is that one lucky shot. And that one lucky shot from a North Korean missile could do a lot of damage to our island home. A little history for Guam, by the way. The Mariana Islands in Guam are the only American soil in this part of the international date line. It's Friday. We are the only American territory, organized community that has been invaded and occupied by a foreign force since the War of 1812. That occurred in 1941. And so there is first-person and second-hand accounts of what happens when America lets down in their vigilance and American land and American people are not protected. So we are deeply concerned.
Lastly, Mr. Governor, there are reports of people in Guam stocking canned goods, keeping windows closed, all in preparation for a possible attack. Is that what you're hearing as well? Are those measures that everyone in Guam should be taken, or is this just anecdotes?
That may be just anecdotes. We do know that in Guam, because we are in Typhoon Alley, we have a population, and we have a fairly experienced Homeland Security and civil defense agencies that deals with emergencies such as typhoons. So with that,